Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Guys, my name is Pablo Marte. This is my lovely wife.
Marisely, Marte.
And we're here to talk to you about actions and reactions in a marriage.
Interesting.
Yes, it is. It's always very interesting. When one spouse comes at another spouse, whether in a disagreement, maybe how you wake up in the morning, maybe you're not a morning person. When you get home from work, you're running some errands, you're doing extracurricular activities or your hobbies out there with your buddies or friends, and then you come home and then you have to interact with your spouse, and how you approach your spouse, how you conduct yourself, how you express yourself to your spouse will determine how that spouse will react back towards you. Yes. So every action has a reaction.
And in our marriage, we actually struggle with this many times.
Big time.
many times. There were times that I had to change the way I was, especially in the morning. I wasn't a morning person, so I would react a certain way towards him in the morning, and I didn't want him to speak to me, don't direct me, don't talk to me. So what do you think that was going to happen, or what kind of reaction was I going to get from him?
Yeah, and then it wasn't positive.
No.
Every morning. I always felt like, all right, well, I can't communicate. Let me just, do what I got to do and get out the door. And then maybe not because of that, but then I was at work, and then my whole day at work and being a little stressful, and I come home and then I just want to say, hi, sweetheart, and I don't want to talk about it. Just let me go unwind, let me go relax, let me go do whatever it is I want to do. And well, that's again how the action I bring, the conversation I bring, it's going to make her react a certain way. In the morning, the way she approaches me, it's going to make me react a certain way. And you guys have to be aware of that. We became aware of that, and we started working on it to pretty much identify, right, where we were lacking in what areas and how were we not approaching our spouse correctly, so that we can change that and have a happy marriage, a power marriage.
Yes, because you start dwelling on that stuff. You start thinking about it, and that's when you start distancing yourself from your spouse, because who wants to feel that way? Or actually, who wants to receive that every day, all day long, and even texting? When he's at work, I used to text him a certain way because I was upset because I didn't get the reaction I was actually looking for.
That's interesting. Even through text, it comes across your message, how you come at somebody, the approach you take. You can read it through the text.
Yeah, you can. And I wasn't nice all the time at the beginning. It was kind of hard for me to even try to. I guess for me it was more how to explain things to him or how to approach him as well, because I didn't know how to approach him. So I didn't know how to talk to him. I didn't know how he was going to react, because if I would ask him a question, then I avoided the whole situation.
Guys, marriage is a learning process. Life, it's all about learning. It's a never-ending learning experience. That's what life is. You live and you learn. Every day you learn something new. The same thing with a marriage. Every day you learn something new in your marriage. And if you want to have a healthy, happy marriage where both the husband and wife are happy and can approach each other correctly, there has to be trust, there has to be communication. And for that, you have to approach them the right way, and learn what kind of makes them tick and don't do that. And then, but at the same time that you start changing your approach, your spouse will also change the way they react.
Yes.
And if you happen to slip and just say something the wrong way, they would know that, okay, let's say that's not my wife's usual way of approaching me. Something is up, but let me ignore that part, and not ignore it, but take it in as not react the way I would normally react. I wouldn't become defensive right away because she may be having a bad day. All right, but don't let it become a habit. Pretty much.
Don't hold it against your spouse either, because holding that, that's when you start holding grudges and you start bringing the past, and instead of working that situation, instead of working how you reacted or even how you spoke to your spouse, you start developing more bad habits and you start putting in more things in the marriage. And in our case, we actually started covering these things. We kept avoiding the whole conversation. We kept avoiding the whole subject on how he will react towards my issues and how I'll react toward when he was reacting towards me. So it was not a very nice situation there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, until we started realizing, okay, this is not going anywhere. I wasn't getting anywhere with him because he would actually stonewall.
You don't want to be in a marriage where, you wake up and you're unhappy, or whenever you say something to your spouse, or at a certain time of the day you can't approach them, or you don't want to communicate with them because you think or you're expecting a certain reaction from them. So you definitely don't want to be that. I mean, marriage, think about it, you're married for life, you want to be happy for all of it, and you can. You just have to work at it every day, communicate, again, build trust by communicating, and it does get better, okay?
Yes, it does.
Sometimes you make the effort, work on it yourselves. If you get to a point where you need help, then reach out to somebody and get help, okay? I mean, there's counselors out there, there's coaches, there's, you can go to your pastor. You can find help, okay? We have these videos to help you guys out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll be glad to answer those questions and see if we can help you with techniques that we've used in our marriage to make us have a healthy marriage. Even though you're not so healthy right now, you have like
No, I'm not. I feel a little bit sick today. I'm out of my comfort zone, just being sitting here sick, and I sound stuffy. So.
Yeah. Well, okay, you look beautiful as ever,
Thank you,
sweetheart.
honey.
All right, guys. Well, have a great day. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and definitely ask us whatever you want down in the comments, and we'll be sure to answer your questions.
Yes, definitely.
Have a great day.
Have a
Bye.
good one.